Hello everybody, Slightly Mad here. This is as a response from the community that are struggling to find it hard to build a base that will survive raiding, etc. So this guide is simply a quick guide on how to build a base, and one that is not easily raidable. So you'll spawn somewhere similar to this, which is North Valley. You can sometimes spawn at South Valley or on Island 2, which is the East Island. And you'll be looking for somewhere nice to build a base. Now at first glance you'll think, hey, this is great, there's loads of resources here, but you really don't want a base out in the open because it makes it very easy to tread. So I'll show you some good ideas for base locations. Okay, so this sort of area here, it gives you a good height advantage. If people were to attack you, you'd see them coming up the hill. Also makes it very difficult, not impossible, but very difficult to tread this location. And with the current rules, you can only build the builder's desk up until the 7th floor of your base. So this gives you an added height elevation advantage over a base that you'd put down on the floor down there. Another good location for a base would be a slope like this, which faces down towards a beach area. Again, it would be very, very hard for somebody to tread this location. They'd have to put one on the beach down there and aim up, or go from the top of a hill and try and aim at you from there. They could glider bomb you from a big hill over here, don't forget, but this is just making it a little bit harder for those attackers to attack you and raid. So I found this lovely bit of land I'm going to build on here. Let's just first see if the foundations are going to go down. So the craft menu is F5. As you can see on the first tab, number 2 is your wooden foundation. You need this to go blue, which it has. Okay, sometimes you get that slow down over there. Simply do as it says, slow down. Now as you can see, the build menu here has got 5 tabs on it. It says 1 of 5 in the corner there. Simply use the tab key to cycle through them as so. What you want to do now is locate where you want to put the front door. Normally with doors I'll put it on the flattest most point, like so. What you have to do is you have to put a wooden jamb down, so that's tab 2, number 6. That's the door frame there, simply as that. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to look for a door, a wooden door. That's number 7. Slot that in the frame as so. Okay, so on tab 2, number 4 is a wooden wall. Place these down around the edge of the property. And you don't need to put the support poles down for these, it will do it automatically. Number 5, as you can see, is a window. So you can use that to look out. And you can also fire arrows out of these as well. But they're a lot more expensive to upgrade. Normally I don't put too many windows in the base because I don't want people to look in, and they are expensive to upgrade. Now the neat thing about this is the more that you build, the more your rank goes up. If you look at F4 here, you can see the different things, and it says builder. Now just after building this small base here, I have a 10% chance to reduce building costs. I'm on journeyman at the moment, which is a plus 4% chance there to reduce the cost of building, which is helpful. So now we've got the basic shell down, got a working front door. The most important thing for this building to prevent it getting burnt down is the builder's desk. So if we go back into a crafting menu with F5, and we're going to tab through to tab 1, and it's number 1. This is a builder's desk. Now this builder's desk is the most important part of the building. While its protection is up, it prevents your house from being burnt down. Now you're going to say, where should I put the builder's desk here? Now the most important thing with this builder's desk is it's the single point that the enemy needs to get to damage to start the countdown on your base protection down. So the most important point when locating this is think which is the hardest bit of this base to tread. Now more than likely the enemy is going to try and tread from down the hill here, and they'll use a spotter up on the hill to see where the rounds are going, or they'll fire from above there. The most important point is to put it in the corner here, because we do know that we can't put a treb on this steep slope here. So logical sense is builder's desk in this wall here. So having placed the builder's desk down, you'll notice this if you click E on it. you can upgrade it here. First stage only gives you 3 hour protection, but as you notice, as you click on that tab, that's the wood cost there of 80 wood. That's now given me 6 hours protection. I can further upgrade it. As you can see, I've now got 12 hours protection. Go a little bit further, 24 hours protection, 48 hours protection. Now you'll see G, this stands for gold coins. If you find chests around the edge of the shoreline, break into them with an axe. Inside you'll find gold coins if you're lucky. You need 100 of those. Upgrade your desk to 72 hours. The other features on this desk are build rights. Here you can add your mate Dave to it, for instance. It'll allow him to build on this desk. Guests list. That allows people access to the crates and the front door. Again, add your mate on there if you want them to have access. The lower tab here is clan panel. That's going to be what you want your clan to be called. Simply put a tag in and that'll appear in front of your name. Now at this moment in time, somebody could break through this wooden door in a few smacks. They could get straight in and destroy your builder's desk. What that would do, that would start a timer counting down. If you did not come back within 48 hours and repair this desk, they would have access to burn your base down or take it over. The most important thing here is you can wall them in, which means the only way the enemy can get to them is by sieging your base, which is a complete game changer. As you can see, we've put a ceiling in. We've then walled it in. Now you might say, well, I've only got a 3 hour desk down there. I've walled it in. Can I still get to it? Of course you can. You simply beat the wall down with an overhead swing. You probably want an axe. It'll be a lot quicker. But you simply just break the wall down, as so. You get back to your desk behind there, you upgrade it, you put the wall back down. It's totally safe then. So now this base has a 48 hour protection on it. If somebody was to come and try and hit it, it'd say only the builders of the property can do that. Okay, in the build menu is a bed. This creates your respawn point. Now this can be broken. If somebody breaks through your door, they can destroy your bed. It's one of the only pieces of furniture that can be destroyed to prevent people respawning when you're raiding a base. Okay, if you go into the building menu and you see wooden poles, which is tab 2, number 1, this is how you create ceilings. Now walls automatically allow you to create ceilings on top of them, but further into a base you need these poles as support. So if you can't build ceilings, it's because you haven't got the support poles down. So I created another guide in the video guide. It's called Raiding 101. The way people locate the desk is they'll get a torch out at night time and they'll look through the floor like so. If you look through the cracks, you can just about see the desk and the paper and the lamp on top of there. Now for a bit of misdirection, I'll show you a neat little trick. Simply go to tab 4 when you've got a bit of resources to do this. Bronze anvil number 5. Whack that down. Or the smithy table number 7. Wall it in. Let's go and have a look at that from the roof. Let's look through the cracks. Oh, and see that? Looks a little bit like a builder's table at first glance. I can fool people sometimes. Okay, where's the best place to keep my loot? Well, on the inner side of a base is the safest, and do a thing called honeycombing, because you can hit crates with a trebuchet and break them open and get the loot that's inside. So the harder it is for an enemy to trebuchet, then that's the best location for your crates. What I tend to do is you have stairwells like this, put the crates inside, they're protected from above by the stairs. The stairs can be broken of course, but then double wall them in. Now keep them in the middle of the base. Like so. I can still break the walls down to get to them. I can still see where they are, you know, through the stairs. It just makes it a little bit safer from would-be attackers. So if you've created your basic base, let's just say for instance the roof is actually on there. How do I make it a little bit more secure? Well, if you press F6, that's the upgrade panel. For small cost, as you can see on the right, you can make a wooden jamb, which is 5 bronze, 5 wood. Press E. Do the same for the door, which is 15 bronze, 5 wood. Now that's going to take about 200 hits to go through. If you can get to Iron Island, you can make a steel door for 50 steel, and that makes it extremely difficult for melee attackers to go through the door. When you've got your base basically completed, the first port of call would be to upgrade to stone walls. So it's F6, aim at a wall. You can either go straight for bronze, which is 20 bronze, 10 wood, fairly expensive, but it takes a good 3 treb rounds to go through. Or a stone wall, which is 40 stone, it takes about 2 treb rounds to go through. You can also upgrade your foundations to stone foundations, and that assists nearby walls with strength when people are trying to treb it. It also looks fairly cool as well on the raised bits. If you see it, it looks like a cobbled stone wall, little mossy cobbled stone wall, as so. Upgraded windows now have these privacy shutters. So you can shoot a few arrows out, have a peek what's going on, shut it back up again. But they are fairly expensive. I'll show you the cost for those. F6 again. So there you go, you got 50 bronze or 35 bronze, depending on which one you pick. So that is how to build a basic base on a hard to reach locality. Now, as you can see up there, there's really high peaks up there. Makes it virtually impossible to treb. I'm now going to show you how to build in a confined space and how to make your base larger. If you want to know how to destroy a base, it's as simple as this. F5, make sure there's no building protection on. Even if there is building protection on, you own the building, you can still burn your building down, so be careful. Do not create one of these, a thing called a pile, which is number 8. And certainly do not do this and throw a torch on it. So now we have a fire. And as you can see, the base will start burning down. But please remember, with that builder's desk down, other people cannot do this to your base until the timer runs out. So as long as you've walled it in and they haven't sieged it, they can't do this. Okay, this is another lovely cracking location. It's hidden, it's tucked away. It's very difficult to trebuchet because the trebs only go down here. And literally that's too close to treb a base there. This is one of my favourite locations to build a base. So you made it on top of the rocks. Let's try and get those foundations down. Okay, what I'm about to show you is what I call the pyramid effect. We've got a little entrance coming into the base here, hopping up all the rocks, get in. It's very cramped, but what you do here, simply, go into your crafting menu, F5, and what you're looking for is wooden support pole. These little critters here. That allows you to put a ceiling on top of that and enlarge the base. Sometimes it makes you double them up like this. Alright, so if that ceiling tile isn't going blue and it isn't going down, see if you can double them up. Now as you can see, the base is extending. Now, what you have to do, put your walls down, go up your next floor. This is where it gets a little bit fiddly. You have to lean over the edge, try and get those support poles to marry up and go blue. Whoop. Well, that happens. But you get the drift, you keep going up, keep building out, keep going up, keep building out. And you can make a little location like this. Good little rock base as featured in the Captain Roberts and the Bear video. Another really important lesson is, if the raiders are clattering in, coming in through the front door there, you always want to make sure on a base like this that you have an escape route. So you create another doorway here, so as they come in the front, you're off, you're down the cliffs and you're off down the beach before they realise that you've even left. Well, I hope you enjoyed the guide, and I hope you gave you a little bit of insight into how to build a base and how to make it difficult for raiders to attack that base, and also building bases in confined circumstances. Thank you.